Welcome to another thrilling episode of InterswitchSPAK Nigeria 4.0, the show that discovers and rewards young scientists with university scholarships, amongst other things. Today, we have Meru J. Omokide and Favor Ali from Heritage Private Secondary Schools. Also here, Jessica Ubani Wokoma and Abatai Arnold from St. Maria Goretis International Schools, Chinecherem Emekebuna from Queen of the Rosary Onitsha, Oreva Ogene Whiskey from Top Faith International Secondary School, Emmanuel Adedokun from Orewo Senior Model College Ikorodu, and Abdurrahman Aloba from Otatoto Academy. Only 3 of them will proceed to the semi-finals. You will find out who if you stay with us.
Our young scientists are unflinching in their quest to make history and make the world a better place through science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Welcome to another preliminary episode of Nigeria's foremost science competition, InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. Proudly brought to you by IntersWitch, transaction solutions you can depend on. In the words of Cecilia Payne, the young scientist's reward is the emotional thrill of being the first person in the world to discover something, to understand something. Our young scientists are here to make sure that they uncover the undiscovered possibilities of science. And of course, they are competing for the prestigious prize of Nigeria's best STEM student. Areva Ogene.
Yes, Hero.
Can you tell me the prize for the winner of InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0?
The first prize is a 5-year university scholarship worth 7.5 million naira, including monthly stipend and a brand new computer laptop.
Amazing. A round of applause for her. It looks like Favor knows the answer to what the second place winner would win.
The second winner will go home with a prize money of 4 million, which covers a 3-year scholarship, a brand new laptop, and also monthly stipend.
Avatar, I see you looking at me and I'm looking at you too. So tell me, third position, what would he or she go home with?
You would go home with a 1-year scholarship, which covers 1 million naira monthly stipend.
Well done, Avatar. Well, our Super SPAKs have mentioned their rewards. It is now time for me to let you in on your reward, but that would be after this break. Please stay with us.
2 decades ago, we flipped the switch, flooded the dark continent with light, created an industry, opened the doors that ushered in the future. Africa is emerging. Visionaries are evolving. But it wasn't always this way. Before the beginning, cash ruled the streets and crime was its aid. Africa was groping, coping with the darkness, until we founded the switch and turned on the future. 20 years after, the dark continent is now bursting with innovation, and we're just getting started. Until Africa is borderless, limitless, we are never stopping. Welcome to the Odyssey, the first experience. The future begins today.
Welcome back. This is InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. Proudly brought to you by IntersWitch, transaction solutions you can depend on. 10 smart viewers of this competition will win 10,000 naira each simply by answering our home quiz correctly. But please note that you have to be a Quick Teller subscriber. So if you do not have the Quick Teller account, kindly download the Quick Teller app and register your accounts to start winning. You can do that right now. Okay? Here comes the home quiz question. Which of the following methods is used for separating water and sand? A. Centrifugation. B. Filtration. C. Sublimation. D. Chromatography. Congratulations to you in advance. Here are our winners from last week. All right, congratulations to all our winners. Please note that winners will be announced here weekly and also on all our social media platforms. So if you're not following us, please do that at InterswitchSPAK across board. Super SPAKs, are you excited to get into the competition?
Yes, sir.
I like that energy, but first we need to celebrate our SPAK hero.
Born in 1957, Olufunmilayo Olopade is credited to have discovered a more effective way of treating breast cancer among the Africans and African Americans through a research on susceptibility to cancer. And in 1987, at the University of Chicago, she found a gene that helped suppress tumor growth. Her interest in becoming a medical doctor was spurred when she discovered there was want of medical doctors and resources in the Nigerian villages in the 70s. She holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Ibadan. Thereafter, as a medical officer in the Nigerian Navy Hospital, she proceeded to America and was employed between 1983 and 1987 at Cook County Hospital, Chicago. Her medical career has experienced growth as she's currently the Dean of Global Health and Director of Center for Clinical Genetics. Just like Dr. Olopade, there are lots of challenges that you can prefer innovative solutions using STEM.
Amazing. We're truly inspired by Dr. Olopade's story, and Super SPAKs, I believe you will do even much more. Jessica, I heard that you're quite the foodie. Can you tell me about your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is nkwobi.
Nkwobi, why?
I'm from Abia State, and we make the best nkwobi.
Please, can we give her an nkwobious round of applause? Abdurrahman. Yes. So Jessica told us that she loves nkwobi. Can you tell me a food that can compete with nkwobi?
Nothing can compete with nkwobi than amala.
So how do you like your amala served?
I love my amala with eforiru and with delicious meat on top.
See the emphasis with delicious meat on top. Can we give you an eforiru round of applause? All right. Super SPAKs, the food that is being set before you is the foundation and the advanced round, okay? So just like Jessica and Abdul Rahman loves food, I hope you love science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Each of you have equal chances to attempt 16 general science questions within a 15-second window. Marks will be awarded based on individual accuracy and speed. The first 5 Super SPAK to get the correct answer to the question asked will earn a maximum of 10 points, while others with the correct answer to the same question will earn 5 points. Please note that an incorrect answer or no answer at all earns you no points. So make sure you impute your answer within the 15 seconds window. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
If we understand, I wish you all the best. Here comes foundation level question 1. In chemistry, volatility describes how readily a substance precipitates, condenses, vaporizes, or efflorescence. In chemistry, volatility describes how readily a substance does what? Favor, Jessica and Abatai, you did not provide the correct answer. Congratulations to the rest of the Super SPAK. Question 2. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except A, systemic artery, B, pulmonary artery, C, single artery, D, pulmonary ventricle. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except. Correct option is B. A round of applause for them. Question 3. The following are electromagnetic waves except A, infrared rays, B, sound waves, C, radio waves, D, gamma rays. The following are electromagnetic waves except. Correct option is B, sound wave. They all provided the correct option. Question 4. In the reaction shown, the formation of AB4 would be favored at A, none, B, high temperature, C, high pressure, D, low pressure. In the reaction shown, the formation of AB4 would be favored at Jessica, Cynthia, you actually provided the right answer. Jessica, in 30 seconds, can you tell me how you arrived at your answer?
With chemical equilibrium, it's known that a higher temperature will favor the forward reaction.
A round of applause for Jessica. To the rest of the Super SPAKs, good luck in the next question. Question 5. The pitch of an acoustic device can be increased by, is it decreasing the loudness, increasing the intensity, increasing the frequency, decreasing the intensity? The pitch of an acoustic device can be increased by. Correct option is C, increasing the frequency. Question 6. Who was awarded a Nobel Prize for the discovery of the radioactive elements, radium and polonium? Is it Dmitry Mendeleev, Ernest Rutherford, John Dalton, or Maria Curie? Emmanuel, you were the only Super SPAK that gave the incorrect option. Congratulations to the rest of the Super SPAK. Question 7. The parts labeled Q are the bones of the, is it hindarm, forearm, tarsal, or cervical? The part labeled Q are the bones of the what? Correct option is B. Question 8. N squared minus 1 is divisible by 8 if n is A, an odd natural number, B, an even natural number, C, an irrational number, D, a mixed fraction number. N squared minus 1 is divisible by 8 if. Correct option is A. Meruje, Favor, and Emmanuel, also Abdurrahman. You had quite a tough time providing the correct answer. We're now halfway through the foundation round. When we come back, the foundation round continues. This is InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. I'll be right back.
InterswitchSPAK is an InterSwitch Switch a Future initiative.
Welcome back to InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0, proudly switched on by IntersWitch, transaction solutions you can depend on. Before the break, our 9 Super SPAKs attempted the first half of the foundation round. It is now time for them to attempt the next set of 8 questions. Question 9. Which of the following is not a food preservative? A, sugar, B, salts, C, nitrites, D, water. Which of the following is not a food preservative? Abdurrahman, I saw your reaction. What happened there?
I chose the wrong option.
Better luck next time. Well done to the rest of the Super SPAKs. Question 10. Photosynthesis occurs in the, is it membrane, nucleus, chloroplasts, or guard cell? Photosynthesis occurs in the. Apart from Jessica, well done to the rest of the Super SPAKs. Question 11. 512300 in standard form is approximately, is it 5.1 times 10 raised to the power 4, 5.1 times 10 raised to the power 6, 5.1 times 10 raised to the power 6, 5.1 times 10 raised to the power 5. 5123 correct. Option is D. To Abdurrahman and Cynthia, better luck next time. Well done to the rest of the Super SPAKs. And here comes question 12. Which of the Gauss laws is represented by the image? Is it Boyle's law, Graham's law, Charles' law, or ideal Gauss law? Which of the Gauss laws is represented by the image? Correct option is C, Charles' law. Emmanuel and Meruje, you provided the incorrect answer. Well done to the rest of the Super SPAK. Question 13. The angle subtended by a diameter of a circle at the circumference is a what? Is it obtuse angle, acute angle, right angle, reflex angle? The angle subtended by a diameter of a circle at the circumference is a what? Correct option is C, right angle. And then, quite surprisingly, only Emmanuel got the correct answer. Emmanuel, how did you arrive at your answer? Quickly.
In circle geometry, I have stumbled across this question before.
Here comes question 14. Respiratory organ in cockroach is called what? Is it trachea, green gland, gills, or lungs? Respiratory organ in cockroach is called what? Correct option is A, the trachea. Super Sparks, you can see your scores. You all got the correct answer, apart from Abatai. We're now 2 questions away from the foundation round. These 2 questions can determine who makes it to the advanced round and who leaves tonight. Here comes question 15. What term describes the point at which the molecules of a loaded wire begin to slide across each other, resulting in a rapid increase in extension? Elastic point, deformation point, yield point, proportionality point. Correct option is yield point, C. Jessica, Oreva Ogene, you were the only ones that provided the correct answer. So congratulations. Final question of the foundation round, question 16. The table gives the distribution of marks obtained by a number of pupils in a class test. The mode of the distribution is A, 18, B, 3, C, 8, D, 5. I'm going to reveal the correct option and also reveal who makes it to the advanced round after this break. Stay with us.
2 decades ago, we flipped the switch, flooded the dark continent with light, created an industry, opened the doors that ushered in the future. Africa is emerging. Visionaries are evolving. But it wasn't always this way. Before the beginning, cash ruled the streets and crime was its aid. Africa was groping, coping with the darkness, until we founded the switch and turned on the future. 20 years after, the dark continent is now bursting with innovation, and we're just getting started. Until Africa is borderless, limitless, we are never stopping. Welcome to the Odyssey, the first experience. The future begins today.
Welcome back. This is InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0, proudly switched on by IntersWitch. Transaction solutions you can depend on. All right, the answer to that question 16, the correct option is B. You all got the correct answer apart from Emmanuel. A round of applause for all of them. It is now time for the moment of truth. Only 5 of you will be going to the advanced round. Fortunately, I have to say goodbye to 4 of you. But please note that you're very, very intelligent, you're amazing, and we are incredibly proud of you. Leaving the competition, unfortunately, with a total of 70 points and an average response time of 7.2 seconds. Please, can we give a thunderous round of applause for Favor? Also, following Favor home, Abatai. And next to go home, unfortunately, is Emmanuel. A round of applause for Emmanuel. Congratulations, Meru J, Jessica, Abdurrahman, Oreva Ogene, and Cynthia for making it to the advanced round. I'm sure you're very aware that it gets a bit tougher here, but not to worry, you can actually do it. To determine the order of play, our Super Sparks would have to take a turn. Today's take a turn is a puzzle, and here comes the question. Match the following elements with the period they belong to on the periodic table. We've got the elements as helium, carbon, chlorine, potassium. Your screen. Yes, Cynthia is first to solve the puzzle. Cynthia is first. Who's going to be after Cynthia? The pairs. Okay, Oreva Ogene is second. The girls are winning. Jessica, Abdurrahman, and Meruje. Abdurrahman is next. And of course, Jessica follows right after. And finally, we have Meruje. Cynthia, you're up first. Cynthia, are you ready to spark?
My name is Cynthia Emeke Muna, and I am ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. Both water and sand in their pure form have what elements in common?
Oxygen.
Which element is present in both caustic soda and table salt?
Sodium.
The element that is common to both limestone and sand is?
Oxygen.
In organic chemistry, which functional group is represented by the symbol R?
Skip.
The ability of sulfur to exist in 6 forms in solid state.
Allotropy.
What class of organic compound is represented by the general formula RH? What is the unit of magnetic flux?
Skip.
What is the internal friction between layers of the gas?
Viscosity.
What is another name for relative density?
Skip.
The angle between the incidence ray and the emergence ray of light passing through a prism
Skip.
is called. What type of balance can be used to determine the relative density of a powdery substance? That is your last question. You can take your time.
Density button.
Well done, Cynthia. Areva Ogene,
Yes, hero.
you're up next. Are you ready to spark?
My name is Areva Ogene Whiskey, and I am ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. What breaks down proteins to peptones?
Pass.
What helps the
HCl.
gastric juice contains two
Renin
enzymes
and
called.
pepsin.
The cordial vertebrae are found in the what region?
Neck.
A point where two bones of the skeleton.
Joint.
The weak solution in osmosis is said to be.
Hypotonic.
If 12 workers can build the wall in 50 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 40 hours?
Pass.
Simplify 2 raised to power 3 or raised to power 4.
2, 5, 6.
The common factor of 14a squared b.
7a squared b.
Where in the telephone are the speaker's sound waves converted into electrical
Pass.
signals? That's your final question. A round of applause for her. Abdul Rahman,
Yes, sir.
are you ready to spark?
My name is Aloba Abdurrahman. I'm ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. What is the chemical formula of gallium? What is the chemical formula of lithium?
TBO.
What is the chemical formula of iron?
ITS.
What class of organic compound is represented by the general?
Alkoxyalkane.
What class of organic compound is represented by the general formula?
Bacano.
What term is used for the chemical reaction that occurs?
Silicon.
What is the ability of a galvanometer to detect small currents called?
Skip.
Which principle states that a pressure change occurring anywhere in a confined, incompressible fluid?
Archimedes.
What happens to the level of water in a container of ice floating in water when the ice is completely melted?
Increases.
What are the roots of m squared minus 196? That's your final
M
question.
minus 4. M minus 14. M plus 14.
Well done, Abdurrahman. We have just 2 super sparks left. Jessica,
Yes, hero.
are you ready to spark?
My name is Jessica Obani-Wokoma, and I'm ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. What cartilage is found in the external ear?
Carotid.
What cartilage is found in the trachea and
Skip.
bronchi? What type of skeleton does earthworm possess?
Hydrostatic.
In electrolysis, what process type of reaction occur at the anode?
Oxidation.
Which element is used for making soft drink cans?
Zinc.
A solution that has reached its limits to dissolve any more solute in the solvent at a definite
Saturated solution.
temperature at which cooled air becomes saturated with water vapor present in it is called.
Dew points.
What battery defect does the process of
Skip.
Which term is used to describe
Skip.
the series of overlapping in gradient intercept form of equation y equals mx plus c? The c denotes, that's your last question. That's your last question.
X-intercept.
Well done, Jessica. A round of applause. Meruje, you are the last super spark to attempt the advanced round. Are you really ready to spark?
My name is Zamokide Meruje and I'm ready to spark.
Well, now is your time to spark. What type of skeleton does insects possess?
Pass.
How many cervical vertebrae are found
33.
in man? How many thoracic vertebrae are found in man?
11.
The outer region of the kidney is referred to as.
Pass.
The Krebs cycle can also be
Pass.
called. Binary fission is an example of what reproduction?
Pass.
The factorization of x squared plus xy plus 2x plus 2y is.
Pass. Pass.
The factorization of x squared plus 8x plus 16 is.
X plus 2x plus 4.
The factorization of x squared minus 9 is.
Pass.
The interest payable is dependable on time, principal, and.
Pass.
That's your last question. All right, things are looking super interesting. I don't know if this is a good news or bad news, but I'm happy to announce to you that we have a tie. Abdurrahman, Jessica, we have a tie. This is how we're going to break the tie. I'm going to ask a question, all right? And then the first Super SPAK to hit the buzzer will have exactly 5 seconds to attempt the question. However, I would have to call your name first before you answer the question. So, if I do not call your name and you go ahead to answer the question, you're disqualified, and the other person will now qualify for the semifinals. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Here comes the sudden end question. What is the PO? Abdurrahman, you're first. Give me the answer.
4.
Abdurrahman, I'm sorry. The correct answer is 10, but you mentioned 4 first. This is where your SPAK journey ends. Please, a round of applause for Abdurrahman. 10 smart viewers of this competition will win 10,000 Naira each simply by answering our home quiz correctly. But please note that you have to be a quick teller subscriber. Here comes the home quiz question. Which of the following methods is used for separating water and sand? A. Centrifugation. B. Filtration. C. Sublimation. D. Chromatography. Wow, what an intense episode this has been. Cynthia Orevogene has qualified to the semifinals, and Jessica narrowly qualified to the semifinals. And for the first time since this season began, we have an all-girls qualifiers. Please, a round of applause for them. Yes. Tune in next week to catch some more action on InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. My name is Hero Daniels. Till I catch you next week, same time, same station. Remember that your mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be ignited. Good night.
InterswitchSPAK is an Interswitch Switch a Future initiative.